Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Psychic Hour. I'm Christy Brower, here with my sister, co host, and partner in all things true crime and psychic, Katie Wee. Hey, Katie.
Hello.
How's it going?
Ooh, so good. So good. I spent most of the day in the resin studio and I have a bunch
Ooh.
of Valentine's Day trays and projects. I'm currently making the cutest tray that has conversation hearts in it.
Oh,
Because one
neat.
cool thing about resin is you can pretty much anything that won't melt, you can put,
You can
pour
put in
into
there.
it. Yeah. And so I'm pouring this cute tray that the entire outside of it is ringed with conversation hearts and it's going to be darling. So, yeah,
Wow.
I'm just having fun.
That is way cool. I can't wait to see it.
Me too. Well, see how it turns out.
You do. Well, I hope
Me too.
you've
I can't wait
been
to see this.
seeing it.
You pour everything upside down, so you can only get a sense of
Oh,
what the back
sure.
of it will look like till you unmold it and then you get to see, oh, okay.
This is what it's really going to look like.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah. I'm loving
Oh,
it.
good.
Yeah. How about
Well,
you? What you been up to?
I'm good. I don't know. I sort of crashed out and took a little nap this afternoon, which was
Well,
nice. I needed it.
not the worst thing.
Not
Yeah.
the worst thing. No, I will take it.
I
I
do have
will
a
take.
teen show and tell.
Oh, yes, please show us.
So last night I showed you guys the crystal dragon. I'm going to show you again for those that didn't see it. We have been working really hard. Well, no, our 3D printer has been working really hard. Scott's been working hard. I have not, but to print these awesome dragons. So this is the crystal dragon.
That's so freaking cool.
Look at his face. Isn't he awesome?
Yes.
Yeah. And then he has crystals all the way down his spine and even his tail
Well, and
is
he's fully movable like that.
oh
The
yeah. This
That's
prints in
amazing.
one piece. You don't assemble any of this. It prints just like
It
this.
prints like that. That is amazing.
It is so amazing to me. So that's the crystal dragon. Oh, he's stuck to me. Hold on. There we go. His little spikes. Like I think if you could design a much smaller version of this into a keychain, it could be a hell of a self-defense tool.
All right.
You might accidentally use it on yourself, though. I don't know.
Kind of looks like it.
This is the Woodland Dragon. He came off of the printer yesterday, and I laughed so hard. Scott printed him in 3 colors. So, well, actually 4. He's kind of a darker brown, and then a tan, and then green. Okay, 5 colors for God's sake, and then
Can
orange,
you count?
and then yeah, this gray on top. But the way his face ended up, I think he looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
He does, doesn't
Pretty
he?
funny.
He's really cute.
He's so cool.
So cool.
Anyway, so we will have these guys on Etsy probably next week. These
Cool.
were our prototypes and using up, you know, stuff, but we have some really cool PLA coming to print them and all kinds of cool stuff. So anyway, but
Yeah.
they are
One of those is gonna print mine. I can't
right.
wait.
34 hours.
34 hours of printing.
34 hours of print
Uh,
time. Yeah.
Yikes.
So for that reason, we ordered a second one printer.
Yeah, seems wise. Seems wise.
And we also, yes, the other dragon that I can't wait to do, Jessica, I'm so with you, is called the Rose Dragon. And she looks quite a lot like the Crystal Dragon, only she has a rose in the center of her forehead and
Yeah.
roses and rose buds all the way down her spine. And she's
So
so
cool.
freaking cool. So,
Very cool.
anyway, that's what fun we've been having. Oh, well, and then, of course, this last guy, too, the fox.
The fox. The fox is so cute.
Look at how cute the fox is. All of his little hinged legs
Moving
and this
parts.
freaking awesome tail.
Yeah.
How cool the tail is.
So cool.
Yeah, he does print in 2 pieces. The tail is prints in a separate piece. But anyway, I know. We're having a blast.
Amazing.
So that's what we do now with our days. We print toys to play with.
I mean, I could think of worse things. So
right? What
pretty
else you
awesome.
gonna do?
I
Yeah.
I don't know.
Grown up things? No.
No.
Print toys and true crime. That's it.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yes. I want to
Mhm.
say welcome to Barbara, RJ, Renee, Sherry, Amy, Lynn, Jessica, Ashley. I think yeah, Sherry. There we go. Sorry. Renee, Jessica, Lauren, Joni, Lynn,
Mhm.
and that's everybody.
Okay.
So welcome, welcome. It's nice to have you all here.
Yeah.
And as per usual, when we're kicking off the psychic hour, which is pretty casual, we ask,
Mhm.
"What'd you make for dinner?"
I made something in our family that we call Angie's burritos.
Oh, ooh, yeah, those are
Why
good.
do we call these Angie's burritos? Because Angie made them first.
Our cousin.
Our cousin Angie, when we were kids, uh, showed our mom how to make burritos this certain way. There's nothing special about them, but they are delicious. And
They
we
are.
had
Hey,
leftover
Alexis.
roast beef, so we had Angie's burritos. Yeah. How about you?
Not a thing. I really took a rest, and Rhonda's been off at her office and isn't home yet, and so I that's gonna be an after the show situation.
I hear this. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, RJ had sloppy joes, Sherry had potato soup, snowed in Oklahoma, Sherry,
Oh,
oh my gosh.
Sherry. Whew.
Well, potato soup sounds like the
Mm-hmm.
right choice then. Jessica, goulash, Amy, cracked chicken and mashed ranch potatoes, gotcha.
Ooh.
Lauren, nothing yet, I'm in that, camp there, Lauren. Uh, Barbara's gonna make, chocolate chip waffles, why not? You're right,
Well,
Barbara, why
by
not?
God.
Renee says chicken, millet, and cabbage with onion. Nice, you
Nice.
guys. You're way more on the ball than me. I gotta say, by Thursday, I'm pretty tired. I get worn
Mm-hmm.
out pretty easily, and by Thursday, my week is nearly over. I don't work much on Fridays, and by Friday Thursday afternoon, I'm
Mm-hmm.
kinda wiped out. So I'm assuming there's probably gonna be some DoorDash in my future
In
tonight,
your near
but we'll
future.
see.
I hear this. Mm.
Yeah.
Uh, well, we had a marathon on Monday. I think it just put us it set us back because I've
Mhm.
really struggled this week,
Yeah.
health wise and stuff. But we had a funeral on Monday for our dear cousin Dennis, and oh my
Mhm.
goodness, the funeral itself was about an hour and a half away from my house, and then the grave service was about 2.5 hours the other direction. So we ended up well, back past me, but anyway, we
Yeah,
ended
it
up
was a
doing
very
a
long day.
lot of driving. Yeah, yeah, and then the luncheon and, like, it was a really long day. It was a wonderful day, and it was a wonderful service for him. It was perfect, but, oh,
It was
man.
really nice, but yes, it was I hear you. That's part of it. Lauren says she was
Mhm.
gonna have her Girl Scout cookies for dinner because they were supposed to be here today, but they aren't here. Lauren, that is very
Not
disappointing.
cool. Yeah.
Elizabeth, fish sticks and tots, nice.
Mhm.
Oriana, I ate some Starburst candy. Well, that could count.
Lynn, you are my favorite. Lynn said, "DoorDash to your house or to your sister's."
I have finally fixed the DoorDash problem. I only did it twice. Oh my god. Yeah, twice. DoorDash to my sister's house instead of mine. Um, the first time they were like, "Hey, thanks." They texted me. My sister texted me, "Hey, thanks for dinner," and just showed up at our house. It's like, "Wait, what?" Ugh. So yeah, I fixed the problem.
Yeah.
Thank heaven.
That's probably good. Well, I'm curious to know now, since Lauren mentioned Girl Scout cookies, what's your jam? What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Oh, I forgot it was Girl Scout cookie time. I haven't even seen anybody.
Well, the last 2 years we were both very strictly keto during
Right.
Girl Scout cookie time. We didn't buy any. I should be back to. I'm not, so I'm probably going to buy some Girl Scout cookies. That's all I'm going to say.
I probably will too. Oh,
Hmm.
Holly says it's only 6 here, so no dinner yet. Well,
Hmm.
I mean, that makes sense.
Hmm.
I know we're always dealing with lots of time zones. Sometimes
Hmm.
we have somebody that comes into the chat from Wales, and I'm sure it's probably not dinner time in Wales.
No, probably not.
Yeah, thanks, Lynn. It's all right. You had to ask, and that's okay. It is funny. I can own it.
That's a relevant
Uh,
question, really.
it is. It is a relevant question. Amy
Oh,
likes the lemonade Girl Scout cookies.
ooh, those are good.
Gosh, how do I choose between Thin Mints and Samoas?
I
I don't
uh,
think I can.
now I oh tagalongs. Aren't tagalongs the peanut butter chocolate ones?
Yes.
Okay. Tagalongs dipped in hot coffee, you just can't beat that because They get all melty. You dip them in the coffee and they get all melty in the center and you eat them and oh God.
Mhm.
Anyway, so who's
That is
selling Girl
very
Scout
good.
cookies?
That's right, Lauren. Samoas or caramel delight, depending on where you live, which is
Ah,
true. I didn't know this until recently that Girl Scout cookies don't go by the same name everywhere.
everywhere. I didn't
Just
know that either.
strange to me, but yeah,
Yeah. Well, and you can't beat a good thin mint. Also dipped in a cup of coffee.
you can't. Yeah, yeah.
I'm on team
Camille.
tag along too. Yeah, for sure. Camille, cherry. Yeah.
Yeah, tagalongs all the way. There's a new flavor this year. I guess there's always a new flavor, right?
Not every year, but some years. Oh, Dosey Does, Alexis, they are good too. But what's
Eh,
the new flavor?
we don't know. I don't know. Does
Lauren
anyone
knows.
know what the new flavor is?
Lauren
Oh,
knows. She
Jessica, you
ordered
don't
them.
choose. You're right, you don't. Why do we have to choose only one? The universe is infinite, my friends. We can have more than one favorite Girl Scout cookie. Come on,
This is probably true. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. They only come in chocolate or vanilla where RJ lives. What?
Are you
What the
serious,
what?
RJ? You don't get all of the ones we're talking about? The new one is a caramel brownie kind of cookie. Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, Holly has celiac. No, I'm sorry. And you're
They
back on keto.
do have a gluten-free one now though, don't they? But maybe you don't trust
Yeah,
it.
but
Maybe
I
it won't
don't
do.
know that I would trust him for celiac.
Yeah, that's a stretch. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Holly.
Ooh. Well, I'm sure I'm going to see some cute little girl dressed in a Thin Mint costume out in front of Walmart anytime
Probably.
soon. They used to. When my kids sold them, they
Mhm.
did.
Yeah, I think that they do, but um I don't know, like, if they're just for, like, people who are gluten intolerant. I don't know if they're, like, certified gluten-free.
I don't either. It's been a long time.
Uh, no
I
fun
used to
flavors,
be one of
East
those
Coast
moms
Canada. Huh.
that had to sit out in the unbelievable cold and, while the girls sold them at the grocery store or the Walmart or whatever. Yeah, it was a it was a challenging time.
There are benefits to having a boy, I just have to say. Um, didn't have to do that. I mean, I've had to do a lot of other dumb stuff, but not that.
Well,
Yeah, that's a
you
good question. I don't know if they're doing in-person sales this year or not. I don't think they did last year.
yeah, Lauren says they're not. No in-person sales. You have to order online. Oh. uh, Hmm. One of her Girl Scouts that she ordered from had the new flavor, the other did not. Weird. Huh.
Well, I think they have to front them, don't they, at some point? Like, their troop, don't they? Or
I don't know where they're
I
doing
don't
them
know.
online. It's all different because of COVID, so I'm not sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know
Well,
when we did it, our I don't know what she's called, leader would her garage would be packed to the ceiling with cookies. It was insane.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
However, a night fright ended our foray into Girl Scouts.
Oh, that's right. Mars got kicked out of camp.
Mars got kicked out of Girl Scouts. Well, out of camp. Kind of. So my youngest, you guys, one of my parts of my job for a lot of years has been mentoring psychic kids and their parents. And that's because I had really gifted kids that, had all kinds of weird stuff like these gifted kids do. And Mars used to have night frights. And I really
Mhm.
believe night frights for these kids are just going so far out of body, and they're
Yeah.
acting something out. And she hadn't had one in a couple of years, and I really didn't even think about it. And I sent her to Girl Scout camp, and it was a long ways, like 8 hours from home. And the next morning, it was a 2-night thing. Her leader called me absolutely furious because apparently she had a night fright in the night. And it was in a cabin full of girls. And apparently she was running around the cabin screaming and crying, which is what she did when she had night frights, and trying to get out the cabin door. And the cabin was on the shore of a lake. And so thank God the leader, saved her life and ended
Right?
up having to sleep in front of the door because she was so worried that she would happen again and she'd get out during the night.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, though, she wasn't very nice about it. She was mad at me that I didn't tell them she had night frights. Well, God, she hadn't had one in a couple of years. I had no idea she'd have one. I hadn't even thought
Sure.
about it.
Right?
Um, but then she was very grumbly that she didn't get any sleep because of Mars and made her sleep in a cabin of girls with a leader she did and people she didn't know the second night because she didn't want to have to deal with that again. and really just made her feel really called out and terrible about it. And by the time she got home, well, we were done with Girl Scouts. She refused to go back. So it kind of
Wow.
sucks the way it all went down, But you know, what can I say? It's what
I
happened.
I don't know what you can say. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, Alexis says the new cookie for 2022 are adventurefuls.
Ooh.
Ah.
Well, that sounds like an adventure.
Right,
Yeah.
Holly, she did not belong in that position, that leader, to have that reaction, did she? I agree.
Yep. It wasn't nice at all. And it was so like no one, it wasn't Mars's fault.
No. Well, it
And
wasn't your fault either. Like, it just that stuff just happens sometimes,
well,
gosh.
yeah, with kids, it happens.
Well, yeah, if
It was
you've
kind
got
of a mess.
kids. Yeah.
So, yeah, she was very distraught sleeping in the cabin with the kids she didn't know. She called me sobbing, and she's 8 hours from home. I mean, the best I can do is just go, we're going to get through this. You're going to stay. But
Mhm.
yeah, by the time she went home, there was no way in hell she was going back. So,
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
bet.
she was kind of
Poor Mars.
outgrowing Girl Scouts anyway. But yeah, I know. Just one of those experiences in life, right?
Yeah, one of those experiences.
But we still buy their cookies, by God.
Right, we sure do. So, one thing we did wanna talk about is you may have noticed that we ended spirit school at the end of
Mhm,
January. We had noticed that there's not much interest, there's very few of the videos are getting watched,
mhm.
and we just kind of feel like maybe it wore itself out, and so we will likely be doing other things and as well and making other teaching opportunities available,
Mhm.
but Spirit School did end at the end of January. So, if you were a
Yeah.
subscriber, you may or may not have noticed, we are still doing the, cold read party, subscription,
Mhm.
and, we some new things are coming our way, so we'll
Yeah.
see what what we do next, but we felt
Mhm.
like it ran its course, and, we feel like and it's okay because it's like we're
Mhm.
here still doing what we do, we're certainly
Oh,
available
yeah.
individually, and we are, we're gonna offer some other things too.
Oh, yeah.
So just
Oh,
be
yeah.
aware of that and no worries. We're not gonna stop teaching or stop sharing. I think we just sometimes you do something and it goes for a while and then it
Mhm.
kind of wears itself out, and that's okay.
Mhm.
Then we're gonna switch to something else.
That's how
So,
you know that it's
it
time for
is.
something else. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So we're
just
not
be
going
aware.
anywhere at all, just spirit school is
No.
and you're no longer being billed for spirit school as well if you
Right,
were in the
right,
on the subscription.
right, and we'll
Yeah.
just see where it goes over time. It'll
Mhm.
probably, we'll see some other things come through. So what was Spirit School? Spirit School was the subscription we had here on YouTube where we taught metaphysical classes and did a meditation once a month. And so if you were in that group, you had access to those live streams and videos.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, we did it for a year
Yeah.
and now we're gonna do something else. We'll see.
Yeah. It'll emerge. You know
It
what
will.
happens.
Yep, it
Yeah.
definitely will.
Was she at the
So,
camp by Lake Payette? I don't know. She was in McCall. I don't know the answer to that, Lauren.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah, Spirit School was cool. But we're gonna have some new things that are also cool. So no worries. We will definitely let you know
Yeah.
what we do to replace it for sure.
Yeah, and we're still doing the cold read party. So that's the third Tuesday of every month, and it's a 4.99 a month subscription. It's super cheap.
Yep.
And you get to come and bring us a case and we'll cold read it in the group. So
Yeah.
that's
It's
you
really
just
fun.
bring a paragraph or write up. Yeah. Oh, that is the one by Lake Payette. Oh, Lauren went to that one too.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
Very cool. Sounds like
That's
it's a
cool.
gorgeous place.
Oh, I'm sure. Might
Yeah.
trigger night terrors though. Just saying. Um
Apparently.
okay, so here's what we're gonna do today. Where do you do that, Holly? It's if you go to the our homepage on YouTube, our home screen, it says there's a button that says join. If you click on join, you will be given the opportunities of what we have to join, which right now is just the cold read party. So it'll take you through the process to join.
Yeah. Simple.
So Katie is going to lead us in a healing circle today. I just kind of feel like we need it. Good for everybody. And so Katie's going to lead us in that. And then I'm going to lead us in some reality spirituality. And some of you have been around for this. These are my spiritual AF or spiritual as fuck cards. So it's pretty fun. It's kind of funny. It might call
On
you
the
out
nose?
slightly, pretty on the nose. Yeah. But I love these cards. So I'm going to pull a card for everyone who asks for one, and we'll talk about a little bit about, each card and what they mean, and, how you can use that information. So,
Mhm.
Katie, do you want to kick us off with a healing circle?
I do. Now we have a brand new function in our back office to actually they have music, and so I'm going to try. I'm hoping it's not too loud, and if it is, I'm hoping somebody will throw up a comment and let me know. I don't really know how loud to set it, so we're going to start with a little music because meditation is best done, I think, with a little background music. So I'm just going to ask you guys to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths with me. Now, I would like you to picture yourself walking out into a forest. You're walking along a path, and with every step you take, you're getting deeper and deeper into your spirit. After a time, you will notice an opening in a meadow. When you get to that place, you'll find me there, and Christy and others gathering for healing, for help, for spirits coming together with a common goal. But as for now, walking along this path in the forest, getting deeper and deeper into your spirit with every step you take. I'm going to count backwards now from 10 to 1, and as I do, you will find yourself getting deeper and deeper into your spirit and closer to the opening in the forest. Starting with 10, walking along the path. 9, 8, 7. It's warm but not hot. There's a soft breeze. You can feel pine needles crunching under your feet. You can smell the trees and hear the birds. 5, 4, 3, almost there now, walking along the path very deep into your spirit now. You can see the opening in the woods. You can see the meadow above, out beyond. 2, almost there. And 1, step off of the path now and into the meadow. And you can see others stepping off of their paths and into the meadow too. In the center of this space, you will see me and Christy and others gathering. Go ahead and walk there now. And now that we've gathered for this healing circle, go ahead and take hands, forming a perfect circle. Many of us here together with one heart and one goal. Healing circles are for anything that you're carrying in your heart. Perhaps it's for you. Perhaps it's for a friend or a family member or a situation in the world. You decide. So at this time, I'll allow you to speak out loud or in your heart anything or person or situation that you'd like to place in the circle tonight for healing. Good. Now, we'll begin the circle. You may choose to pray or practice an energy healing modality. You can send love from your heart. Perhaps you'll chant or sing. Whatever feels right for you, you do. There's no wrong answer. Remember to project the best outcome. If this is for someone that's ill, let's see them well. If this is for our planet, let's see it healthy and in peace. Always project the highest and best outcome onto any person, place, or situation. Let's go ahead and start sending our energy now. Encircling all of us first in the circle. And then extending beyond us. Spreading our love, our prayers, and our best intentions. Very good. Take just another moment here to wrap it up. Excellent. Now the time has come to say your goodbyes. You can come back to this place anytime that you choose, just by walking up the trail. You can come here for peace or for healing or for any purpose, really. This is for you. In just a few moments, I'm going to be counting from 1 to 5. As I do, you will be walking back up that path, back through the forest. When I start with 1, you'll still be very, very deep in your spirit. As I count, you'll get lighter and lighter. You'll remember everything you experienced today in this healing circle, and you'll remember how to get back here. By the time I reach 5, you will be wide awake and refreshed. So at this point, walk back to the forest, go back to the path from whence you came. Stepping on the path now, 1, still very deep. 2, walking up the path. 3, almost there. 4, very light now. And 5, wide awake and refreshed. And there we are. So stretch just a little bit.
Nice. You did that.
Yeah. Yeah. That feels good. Okay.
Yes, it does.
Well, it's time to get spiritual AF.
Right? So, thank you. That was really nice. All right. So, if you would like a spiritual as fuck card, please just say in the chat that you would like one, and I'll just go in order. Um, sorry.
Spirit Tay said, Spirit AF cards. My eyes just dropped out while trying to open a can of peas. That sounds awesome.
These are a lot of fun. So yeah,
Oh,
just post
Aaron,
if
I'm
you want
glad
a
you're
card.
here.
Yes, Aaron, glad you are here. Okay, so we're going to start with Elizabeth because Elizabeth asked for a card. Elizabeth, you can't heal a wound by saying it's not there.
Mhm.
Oh, so true.
Yeah.
Denying being hurt, denying
Mm-hmm.
how we feel. We can't heal from something if we don't admit we actually feel it. Super good point.
Such a big one, too, because somehow in the New Age world, like 15-ish years ago, there became some real popular teachings and really ignoring your feelings and pretending like
Yeah.
it was whatever you wanted it to be, even though this is really where you were. And, a lot of us bought into that for a while, and it's just utter
Right.
BS. So I love to see that we're shifting away from that. It's such a damaging idea that you can't feel what you're feeling or that you even should stuff those feelings.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's a good reminder. Anna, welcome, Anna. Let's give Anna a card here. Shit you don't have time for. Other people's shit, crazy shit, bullshit, stupid shit, fake shit, and shit that has nothing to do with you. Boom, Anna.
I
Don't
need that
take
in a
on shit
meme.
that does not belong to you,
Stupid shit, fake shit.
right?
That's my favorite.
It's perfect, but we it's a good reminder. Like the stuff
Hmm.
that you're really, focused on or worrying about, is it even your problem?
Hmm.
That is a key to knowing whether or not it's something you should care about. All
Hmm.
right, Sherry would like a card. Sherry, guess who ain't got to explain shit to nobody? You. You can feel how you feel. You can need what you need. You do not have to prove it, and you don't have to explain it.
Love it.
I do too. All right, Holly, you're up. Must be in the shitty section of this deck. Uh, Holly, stop stressing over shitty as fuck people.
Oh,
Big one,
there it is. Yep.
right? Stop stressing over people that aren't worth it. We all need that sometimes.
Don't we though?
Hmm.
People in general, especially because we live in such a plastic world where, you know, uh, y- what you see of people isn't their real life, and
That'd be fake shit right there. That's the fake
yeah,
shit.
that's the fake shit. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Amy. The wound is the place where the light enters you.
Ah.
I like this because it there's some truth. I mean, I don't want us to feel like we have to suffer because I don't believe that. But I like that because, you know, healing from something often gives us a level of understanding that we didn't have before.
Mm-hmm.
It can give us a sense of um, kindness and compassion for other people we may not have had before. And we may learn to understand ourselves in a different way by, letting that light in. So
Mm-hmm.
I like it also because I think that the idea that there's always a silver lining, that there's always something that you can benefit from in every situation, I do believe that to be true. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, Coco Moco. Be unfuckwithable.
Oh.
I was just talking about this with somebody else today about
Mm-hmm.
how sometimes the best thing we can do is just sort of rise above the drama in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite And I was so glad because the person I was talking to is slightly older than me, and so they knew this reference. But the show, The Greatest American Hero, right? That was the teacher that was a superhero. This show was in the 80s, and it was terrible graphics. But during the like opening song, the intro song, the teacher is flying like this, just arms and legs out through the sky, right? I like to think of myself that way when I'm trying to just stay out of some drama and be
Mhm.
unfuckwithable.
Mhm.
So, Coco, I hope you can do just that. You'll probably have to look up Greatest American Hero because you're probably younger than me. All right, RJ. Maybe you just need to shake your booty. Maybe you need to have some fun. Maybe you
You
need to
know,
go dancing. Or maybe
right?
it's just about fun in general, like doing something fun, something with your
Mhm.
body that gets you out of your head is a great way to cut your stress.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to break the cycle of worry in some way. And that is one way to do it.
Or maybe it's a living room dance party with your cat, you know?
I mean,
It
why not? I have those. My cats,
Mhm.
not fans. Uh,
Yeah.
I do it anyway.
Mhm.
My cats do not give me good ratings as far as my dancing skills, but I don't really care. Uh,
Well, the hell
Alexis,
with those guys.
right? Alexis, grab life by the balls and make it your bitch. Get out there and get what you want. Nobody's really stopping you except you,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah. And do that thing. I
Yeah,
love that. Do pigs dance? You know what? The pigs in this house dance better than anybody else,
they
and
do.
they will dance for treats. And I make them dance every time I feed them because, well, it buys you just some time to put their dish on the floor so they don't knock it out of your hand. But at any rate, yes, pigs
Pigs
dance.
dance. All right, Barbara. Barbara, you are a product of what you believe. That's super important.
Hmm.
It's also important because sometimes we have to evaluate what we believe. It doesn't stay the same our whole lives, you know. And if you haven't looked or evaluated that in a while, it would be a good idea. Do I still believe the same things? Am I still governing myself by the same tenets? So that's what our
Can I
beliefs
let
do.
me change
They
my
govern us.
mind?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right, Lauren. Worrying is a negative prayer. I don't know if I'm down with. I'm going to pull you a different one. I'll tell you
Yeah.
why. This is way better. I'm taking that one out of this deck because I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, Lauren. Being weird as fuck is better than being boring as hell. Please be your weird self. I love weird people. I am a weird person. I love weird people because you're right in it, you know? You're just living your life being you, not trying to fit anywhere because you don't have to.
Hmm.
I don't like worrying as a negative prayer because it gives the impression that if we have negative thoughts, that we are attracting negative things. And I don't think that's true. I
No.
think that's a lie that's been told to us that makes us afraid of our thoughts and emotions.
Hmm.
And so I don't like that. I'm taking that out of this deck.
It will go.
Yes. Now, Katie, did you see Camille's comment? I think this is about the healing circle. That was hard. There was a Bigfoot in my forest. He followed me into the clearing and back on out.
Really? Interesting.
Maybe Bigfoot wanted to participate. I don't know.
Maybe so, or maybe Camille, he's part of your spirit guard, your spirit family.
Might be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you feel unsafe? I'm curious. Did you feel unsafe or was it just distracting?
Good question.
We'll see what she said.
Jessica, exhale that bullshit. Somebody said to show the cards. They're just the words, so they're not too exciting. They don't have pictures. So exhale that bullshit. Don't forget to breathe in difficult situations. Also, um, breathe in love, breathe out peace, or breathe in love, breathe out stress, you know?
Mhm.
Always breathe in love and then breathe out what you want to get rid of. It's a super
Mhm.
easy way to do a breath meditation is
Mhm.
just to sit and pay attention. Just pay attention to your breath. You don't really have to change it. Pay attention. And when you breathe in love. And when you breathe out, you can breathe out like if you want to breathe out something positive into the world, you could breathe out peace into the world or
Mhm.
whatever. Or if you're doing it to de-stress yourself, breathe in love, breathe out frustration or whatever it is.
Mhm. The breathing talk always makes me yawn.
That is funny. Aha. Kev. Oh, Kev, this card. And I did not set this up. This is just what I pulled, but I know it's perfect for you. In order to love who you are, you can't hate the experiences that shaped you.
Oh, Kevin. Boom, shakalaka.
Right? Well, and it's so true for all of us. Like we
Yeah.
can't judge our pasts and who we were and love who we are now, you know? I mean, you can look back on it, but you got to also remember that we all do the very best we can in the moment with the
Mhm.
resources that we have, with the information we have, with the,
Mhm.
you know, support that we have. We all do the best we can in the moment. And so later on, it's easy to go back and judge those things, but that's not fair because you know the outcome.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah, Kevin said dead ass facts.
Yes.
Oh no, Camille's Bigfoot was calm and quiet. He was just babe, I just think he's part of your I every time I would say this the word that is not mine is guard. I think he's just a part of your well, guard. There you go. I'm gonna
There you
stop
go.
saying it. That's what's coming up. So guard.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Oriana would like a card. Holly, I'm glad yours resonated. Okay, Oriana, you can learn a lot of good lessons from a few fucked up people.
Ooh,
Ain't that the truth?
truth. Hard
Right?
facts on that one
That
because
is. You know, and I've been doing kind of a lot of thinking about stuff like that. Like that you have to go through the hard things. You have to have the fucked up people in your life because you learn from that and you grow from it, you know?
mhm, it doesn't mean that's all you should have, you know?
No, definitely no, but
But you learn a lot from people that aren't in a good place in their own space or that just are just not good people or
yeah,
whatever, you know, or a challenge to you in whatever way.
exactly. All right, Renee, stay away from people who make you feel like you're hard to love.
Oh.
Boom, mic drop.
Mhm.
You are not hard to love. They're just the wrong people. If you're hard to love, then that's their problem. It's not yours.
Absolutely. You
That's
know
a really
what? I
powerful
hear
one,
that from my clients all the time. That's a big, hard core belief that some people
isn't it?
picked up as children. Yeah.
I'm hard to love. There's something wrong with me.
I'm
It's my
difficult.
fault. Yeah,
Mhm.
no, definitely not. All right, Camille. OMG, calm the fuck down. Just a reminder to take a
Yeah.
deep breath, step back. I think this is very true when it comes to decision making, you know? Like before you do something real rash, take a deep breath, step back, really check your impulsivity and your emotional, like knee jerk reactions.
I like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, thank you, Erin. It's a gift to have you here as well. Holly, so these are not my cards. These cards are called Spiritual AF cards, and they are available on Amazon.
Mhm.
I bought this set in Barnes& and Noble, but Katie, I know you got a set for your daughter for Christmas, didn't you?
I
On
did on
Amazon?
Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Camille is calming the fuck down as we speak.
good job. These cards are hysterical, aren't they?
They are my favorite. I love them.
I do too. All right. Let's see. Summer. Accept the good in your life and know you're a fucking delight. Summer.
You can use
Again,
that really with anyone.
really?
Excuse
Well,
me.
and people who
I
think
am a
you're not,
fucking delight. Yeah.
whatever, you know?
I don't know if it'll work on your boss or a police officer, but otherwise, go for it.
Absolutely. Spirit, did I draw for spirit already? No?
I don't think you
Well, of course you can get a card. Let's see. I think you'll resonate with this. Dance like everyone else can go fuck themselves. Yes. So we all kind of need a little more of that attitude, don't you think?
Mhm.
If your life isn't what you want it to be because you're worried about other people's judgment,
Mhm.
that's your own dang fault, you guys.
Yeah.
We have to just be who we are. Be weird. Do your thing. If the people around you don't like it, eh,
Well, you are
bye.
not for everyone. You're not.
Lauren's chemistry teacher in high school looked just like the greatest American hero. I love that.
Maybe he was.
Ooh, maybe he was. Kevin also liked that show. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It's so funny. I've talked about that twice today. How often do I ever talk about that show? Uh, okay. JR. Ancient proverb. If you meet more than two assholes a day, you're it. Now, JR, I am not saying you're an asshole, but what I am
No,
saying with this
we
card
know she's not, but
is that sometimes if you just keep hitting the same brick wall over and over again, uh, the problem might be the driver. So it's just a reminder to
mhm,
check yourself occasionally like, am I the one getting in my own way?
mhm.
Because I mean, we all do it, right?
Oh, I do every day in some way. I'm sure of it.
Renee, I used to turn up the AC/DC and the whole family would dance. Now I rock around with my dog. There you go. Barbara, these days it's hard to know what to believe. Yeah.
It's true.
You know, Barbara, one way to help you find truth for yourself is you put your hand on your belly and you ask your belly, your solar plexus, that gut intuition if something is right or true or not. Because uh you will feel the answer immediately. You know how it feels to feel sick in your belly? If you feel that, it's a no.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lauren, I totally agree, though I am weird and boring. Well, that's okay. You can be weird and boring.
And you're not that boring. You're
You're
not.
really not. Okay.
Holly said worrying for her rises to the level of overthinking and negative thought.
Oh,
So
so
for
the
her,
card
the
would be
card
okay for you.
would be fitting. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. And, I think that's good. I always want us to be careful that we don't go to the level of you thought that thought, now the bad thing happened to you, because it's not true. We don't
No.
have that kind of control. I think we wish we did, but we don't. Where does the negative stuff you breathe out go? Super good question. So, you know what I do? I send it down into a vortex of white light in the earth so that it's transmuted into light. Like I send it somewhere to have it cleared. And you could certainly do that um, as well, Sherry.
Hmm.
Let's see. Weird. Kevin says, by the way, I walked in during the middle of the meditation and saw Christy's face morphing from a man, older man, to much older woman. Felt paternal in nature.
Wow.
I I do not know, but that's very interesting. Hey, Julie, it's nice to see you. I haven't seen Julie in a long time. Oriana, Tracy, let's see. Oh, Tracy would like a card. Tracy. Meditation, aka shutting the fuck up for a few minutes. Just a reminder to get some quiet every day. I mean, there's more than one way to say that, but certainly that way is one way.
It's also making the people around you shut the fuck up for a few minutes. Yeah, the whole package.
Yes. Oh, our other Renee, yes, can certainly have a card as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's
All
my
right.
favorite.
Renee. Other Renee. Not Renee Andrews. Other Renee. Let's see what we have here. Stop trying to skip the fucking struggle.
Oh.
The only way out is through, right? We got to go through it. We have to have the struggle to get to the end.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I chalk that right up there with stop trying to learn other people's lessons, you know?
Yes, that's a really good one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good one. Oh, I skipped somebody. I'm sorry. Margia? You were about to buy a tarot deck today. You've heard tarot would be helpful. Yeah, certainly it would. But yes, you would like a card. You certainly can have a card. So you want to be a badass? Show your heart to everyone.
Ooh. I think you're good at this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Show your heart to everyone. Just be you
Mm-hmm.
and be honest about how you feel.
My sense of her is that she's very good at this, but didn't recognize it as a badass trait because it's been sold to her as being, too sensitive and, other such nonsense. But yeah,
Right?
nope,
Exactly.
that's a true badass right there. I
Yes, it
love
is.
that.
All right, Julie. Know the difference between shame and guilt. It's kind of a big one.
That is a huge one. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I tend to think that shame comes from other people and is placed upon us. Guilt we place ourselves. And is it earned guilt or not? Are we feeling guilty for things that you shouldn't be feeling guilty for?
Yes.
You don't need to feel guilty for existing, for needing support, for
Yeah.
having feelings.
Shame and guilt have a fine line sometimes, Lauren says. Absolutely.
Yeah, they do.
Probably because they've both been used as weapons against us to make us to build control over us.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, whether it's a parenting style, that most people learned and used because it is a parenting style that's very acceptable, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because it works. And on some it doesn't. We all have, know the kid who you could put them in timeout, you could spank them, you could take away their whatever. They don't care. Versus the kid that you give a sideways glance to, and that's all it takes, But
Yeah.
there is a big piece of all of us, though, that have been, and then of course in organized religion, the shame and guilt piece is huge. Yeah.
Massive. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Red squirrel. Beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negative shit. It's kind of great how when you distance yourself from negative shit, you make space in your life for
Hmm.
better things to come in. Yeah.
I like that. Julie says, oh,
Oh, Martia said that one was perfect. That's
yeah,
awesome.
good. Julie said she's going to borrow that badass showing of the heart card. Yes.
Yeah. It's a good one. It's a good one. That's true courage,
Hmm.
just to be honest and show how you feel.
Yeah. And to love big, you know, to love big. There, how many times have we heard, that you fall too hard or you have too soft of a heart or you're a bleeding heart or, all of the
Yeah.
things that, we've been told.
Right. That sensitivity, emotions,
Yeah,
expressing how you feel, that's bad.
right. And it's just so much bullshit.
Well, or you don't feel that way, or that's not how you really feel.
Yeah.
Trying to control how other people feel, which we cannot do.
Mhm.
We all have our experiences with emotions, and you can't control what other people feel. And the only thing that you can do is just validate. That sucks. I'm sorry you feel
Mhm.
that way. How can I support you? What do you need?
Mhm.
Those kinds of things. Yes, Alexis, burn the patriarchy. Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, Lauren's had the story of my life being told not emotions. Yeah. And that is a
Exactly.
huge unteaching,
It
it
is
is a
because,
huge unteaching with if that was a core belief as a kid.
well, and guys, have you ever discovered that you have no control over your emotions? Because you don't. You
Yeah.
just feel what you feel. So being made to feel guilty for feeling what you feel is so wrong and so invalidating,
Mhm.
treating you like you're not even a person, that you don't even have a right to feel or
Yeah.
exist or express. It's wrong. So wrong.
Right. You can be in charge of how you react and respond to things, but when something comes up and you feel it, you feel it. But I
Right.
think about with kids, I can think like when we were kids, using the word hate was very discouraged or discouraging, right?
Yes,
Or
we were not
discouraged. Yeah.
to do that.
You don't hate anybody. Or, you'd say, I hate something. No, you don't. You don't hate anybody. You don't hate anything. And I think, isn't that interesting? And we've all said it to people. You don't. Why? Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's okay. Like I hate tomatoes. Hate
I
them.
knew you were going to say that.
And I catch a lot of shit for that. A lot of it, which is
Mhm.
weird. Like I don't care what other people like and don't like, but apparently a lot of people are very invested in me liking freaking tomatoes. And you know what?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
You don't have to like them.
No, I don't.
Oh, we missed Erin.
Yes, Aaron. Aaron, stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it.
Ooh. Ooh, that's such a big one.
That's a good one right there. If you're still hanging out in that same place trying to make happiness happen after you lost it there,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
yeah,
Oh, for Holly, it's broccoli. It's a hard pass.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Am I allergic to tomatoes? I think I have some kind of a sensitivity to nightshades. I don't do really well with nightshades in general. I can eat cooked tomatoes, but cannot eat raw.
Mm-hmm.
I will throw them up, like, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have used that, allergy thing before, but then they freak out if, like, there's any tomato anything in any of it, like cooked tomatoes, and
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. I can do, like, tomato sauce. I'm fine with that. Just do not give me a raw tomato because 'cause I'm not touching it.
Well, there's a big change in enzymes from a cooked tomato, a
There
raw
is.
tomato to a cooked tomato. So that makes sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, this has been so much fun,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that you love the spiritual as fuck cards because I do too. Um Nightshades are bad for inflammation. Yes, they are.
They are.
Yeah, and hate is a very strong word. We don't use it lightly. Agreed. Agreed. But when someone
Mm-hmm.
says it, it's
Yeah.
okay to let them have their emotion. And
Yeah.
maybe you just hate something in the moment. We all have
Yeah.
that too.
Maybe that's the problem. Hate has become so definitive, you know? Like
Yeah.
if you hate something, maybe you have to hate it forever, and that's not true. Maybe you just it's at this moment you can't tolerate it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
like
think
that.
I think
I like
we
that
go through a
phrasing.
lot of. Well, thank you very much all of you for hanging out with us. We of course will be back next week with 3 new episodes and
Yeah.
both our live streams. And yeah, we're not
And
going
hopefully a
anywhere.
Patreon because we're going to do better this month.
We are, and you know what? If you are interested, so we are True Crime Paranormal on Patreon. If you go over there, if you become a patron, then you get to not only see new stuff, but there's a lot of old stuff on there that you can see as
Mhm.
well. One of them being we did a reading and a clearing on the Overton Bridge last month.
We
You know,
did.
that's the dog suicide bridge in
Mhm.
Scotland. We identified the problem and solved it on
Mhm.
air. We did it live. Um, no prep prior. We just wanted to do it very clean. And uh, I would not miss that if I were you because it's pretty darn interesting. So
Mhm.
there's lots of stuff over on Patreon. So definitely go check that out. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share because that just helps us to continue to grow as we are into our 3rd season. And as always, we love you guys and thank you for
Mhm.
being here.
Yep.
You know it. We are True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. Have a great night.
Take care.